خالفتم أقوال الشيوخ فأنتم.
You, yes, I'm talking to you. You're an ambassador to Islam everywhere you go. And what better way to be an ambassador to your faith other than rocking a premium Moroccan Gandora or Jalaba as you see me rocking the Orthodox Muslim. Get yours today on chopendulus.com and support the Orthodox Muslim channel.
Yeah, what's up? Why are you not Muslim?
When I first studied Islam, I saw a hadith, and it was like some sort of false prophecy. That's one of the first thing I saw, and I just
False
didn't really.
prophecy. What's the false
Yeah.
prophecy?
I need to find it. Well, you probably know it. Is the one who says like,
About the young boy that the
yeah, little boy.
yeah, that's not a false prophecy. The hadith says that your hour will not come until before this young boy grows old.
Can you put it?
For what?
Well, the hadith.
You bring it. Well, it's your argument. But I'm just telling you that the hadith says sa'atukum. There's a difference between the hour, as-sa'a, and your hour, meaning the time of your death. Because the Prophet elsewhere says nobody knows the hour. So if you're going to be charitable and understand the Prophet in the context, when they come ask him about the hour, he says plainly, nobody knows the hour. The one asking doesn't know it, and the one being asked doesn't know it. The Quran says no one knows the hour. So if you want to read things in its context, when these two companions ask him when the hour is, what he's trying to say is, don't worry about the hour because your hour will come before the young boy grows old.
Well,
You will die.
I have it. And sorry, but in English it doesn't say that.
In English, it doesn't say what. Give me the reference. I can read it for you.
It says he will not grow very old.
Just give me the reference, so I could read it for you.
Till the last hour will come.
Yeah, the reference, brother.
Okay. Sahih Muslim 295.
Yeah, Muslim.
2953b.
53. All right.
So if this boy lives, he will not grow very old until the last hour will come to you.
2953. All right. Here.
It doesn't say your last hour. It said the last hour, and last hour with capital letters.
Let me just pull it up for you.
Well, I'm just saying in English, right? Because I don't know Arabic, of course.
Yeah. So let me just pull it up in Arabic. Hold on. So. Yo, can somebody give me the reference right quick? I can't.
Sahih Muslim 2953.
I know you gave me that reference. There's different mutun for the hadith. I'm just looking for that the reference that says sa'atukum. Somebody put it in the comments, please. What does it say?
Why is one of your mat telling me don't talk?
Deep version? Okay. No, it's not. It's not the sea virgin. No, no. Because it's also in Bukhari. 1 second. Let me just write it. Hold on. Just write it in Arabic. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. I think somebody put it. Yo, who brought up Khan?
Bro, I don't know who brought me up, but I just want to say in Sahih Muslim, right? The way the hadith are graded is that Imam Muslim, he'll bring all the narrations that he
Oh, it's
gets.
fine. It's fine. I got it right here, bro.
Yeah, you
Don't
got
worry
it.
about it. Yeah, here. I'll turn around my screen. 1 sec. All right. Perfect. All right. You see here? So it says, 1 sec. Let me just clean this up. Or does it look like that? Okay. You see here?
Okay.
Aisha told that nomadic Arabs came and asked the Prophet about the last hour. He would look at the youngest of them and say, if this one lives, he will not become, whatever that word is, before your hour comes to you. Okay? And you see that it writes here in Bukhari and Muslim because the same hadith in a different matan, meaning in different wording, is found in Bukhari and Muslim. So it's here.
So why Anas?
Let me finish.
Let me ask.
I haven't finished.
Okay.
Yeah. So it says, فكان ينظر إلى أصغرهم فيقول إن يعيش هذا لا يدركه الهرم حتى تقوم عليكم ساعتكم. What does that mean? حتى تقوم عليكم ساعتكم. What does that mean? Does that mean your hour?
Well, I don't know. Tell me. Show me.
Right here. Does it say your hour comes to you?
Yeah, in this one, yeah.
All right. So then it's talking about their hour, meaning the time of their
Okay.
death.
So now, why Anas B. Malik doesn't have the same thing?
Because you have different mutun and hadith. You know what a matan is?
So which one is correct?
They're all correct.
Well, in his, it's very evident that he's talking about the last hour, meaning
Yeah. So
the end
when you put
of
the
everyone.
mutun together, what's it talking about?
Well, no, it seems like a
So
misunderstanding.
you have different narrators narrating the same event. When you
Yeah.
put the mutun together, what's the context of the hour or your hour?
I understand what you mean. To me, it just seems like they contradict. One says
They contradict.
something. Yeah, one understood something, the other understood another thing.
Okay, let's say that's the case. Let's say that a narrator understood the hour. Does that make Islam false? Let's say a narrator hearing,
No,
he misunderstood the Prophet and he thought he's talking about the hour. Does that mean
No.
the Prophet made a false prophecy?
No, I would say if Anas is correct, it will make Muhammad a false prophet. If Aisha is correct, it doesn't mean anything.
But when we do the meta-analysis, what's the Prophet speaking about clearly?
Repeat that.
So there's the matan that we find in Bukhari. We also find it in Muslim. We also find it in Mishkat Masabih and other compilations.
Yeah.
Right. So when we do the meta-analysis, when we look at all the mutun, what is the Prophet speaking about in context?
I cannot speak for your my perspective is not the same as yours. I understand why you think that because
the perspective is very clear. When you need to understand, when you read a text, you need to read it generously, right? You don't read it because you want it to say what you want it to say. All right. So let's start at a common ground. Does the Prophet elsewhere say that nobody knows the hour?
I haven't seen that, so I don't know. But
He does.
I just trust you. Sure.
He does. And in the Quran, it says no one knows the hour. Right? So we already know the Prophet makes it clear nobody knows the hour.
So he doesn't know either.
Don't we have? No, the Prophet doesn't know the hour either. He
Okay.
says the one who's asking and the one who's being asked doesn't know. Okay? So we know that the Prophet makes it clear he doesn't know the hour, the general hour, that is. Okay? And we have this narration, and there's different mutun. When we compare the mutun together and we take in context what the Prophet previously said very clearly, and the Quran very clearly says, it's very clear that the Prophet is speaking about the hour of their death. As the mutun in Bukhari and Muslim and Mishkat Masabih and others say. So here, if I'll turn my screen again, okay? It's the same thing here, look. This is in Bukhari, 6:511. Some rough Bedouins used to visit the Prophet and ask him, when will the hour be? He would look at the youngest of all of them and say, if this should live till he's very old, your hour, the death of the people addressed, will take place. Hisham said that he meant, this is an early scholar, he said that he meant by the hour their death. And he says again, إن يعيش هذا لا يدركه الهرم حتى تقوم عليكم ساعتكم. He says, if this boy, if this shall live until he's very old, your hour will take place.
Okay. Can we agree that the person who asked the question didn't mean that? He really wanted to know the last hour, like the real answer.
And the Prophet told him, in
Yeah.
telling him that your hour will come, he is indirectly telling him not to worry about when the hour will come. Nobody knows, but to worry about what he has brought forth for the time of
Do you think that person understood that?
Yep,
You sure about that?
I'm very sure about that.
Because me, if I put myself in his place and he tells me that, I'm just gonna understand that
Yeah.
at this very moment I feel like I'm gonna understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
it's
you
soon.
ask me when's the hour, and I tell you, when this boy grows very old, your hour will come to you. You'll understand that the day of judgment will come.
Probably.
Nah, you're just being dishonest.
No. I mean, it's a matter of perspective, but it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Anyways, do you have any reason that actually disproves Islam other than this weak argument? There's a lot better arguments than this.
Yeah, I know. But this one always been in my head, so
This is the only one.
at least I have a perspective.
This is the only one you have.
Well, quickly like that. Well, I would say
Okay. Well, it's my turn now. It's my turn.
no. I do have one. I do have one.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, without insulting or anything, I just think that Muhammad was a sinner. I don't really see why.
He was a sinner.
Yeah.
Okay. What did he sin? What did he do?
Well, I don't really have to tell you, like, because first of all, in the Quran it says that Allah forgives the sins of Muhammad, right?
Yeah, we believe that the Prophet is prone to do minor sins or have shortcomings, mistakes.
So he does have sins, just like me.
Yeah, so it's a little bit complicated, right? The prophets, they don't sin to displease God. If they sin, it's always by accident or by mistake.
But you and I don't believe.
When we sin, sometimes we sin in displeasing God, aware that we're displeasing God. The
Yeah,
prophets,
like a lie or something like that. Sure.
yeah, the prophets don't do that. They don't sin in displeasing God knowingly.
Muhammad never lied even before being a prophet.
No.
Well,
He was protected from major sins.
okay, so what's a minor sin?
What do you mean, what's a minor sin?
Well, because you say major sin,
I
minor
just
sin.
told you, when it comes to the prophets, they could have shortcomings without displeasing God. For example,
Can you give me an example? Yeah.
the prophet can accidentally ignore somebody. Then the verse was revealed in the Quran. Sorry, I got a call. Khan, can you call Henny right quick, bro? He needs you right now. He's calling me. I can't answer because I'm on the live. Please call him, bro. Khan, please. Yeah, so the verse, Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-a'ma. That was revealed because the Prophet had accidentally ignored someone. So that was revealed in basically critiquing the Prophet for that mistake that he made. But he didn't do this to displease God. So anyways, what's the point? Because you don't believe, let's say that the Prophet is a sinful man, right? Like, you don't even think that disqualifies him from prophethood.
Well, I just think I would prefer follow someone who never sinned, right? Like you and I believe Jesus never sinned. Not even a minor sin, technically.
Let's say that's the case. How does that disqualify the Prophet Muhammad's prophethood?
I mean, it's just a more trustable person to me.
No, they're all trustable. There's no, if one makes a mistake without the intention to displease God, he's just as trustworthy as somebody who never makes a mistake. And by the way, you don't get to choose who you follow or not. If God sends a prophet, you ought to follow him, right? So you saying, oh, well, I prefer. Well, it's not about your preference. I'm asking you what disqualifies as prophethood.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And you know Jesus appeals to a sinner, right? You know that?
What does that mean?
So when the Pharisees accuse him of when the Pharisees accuse him of breaking the Sabbath, what does Jesus say in his defense? How does he defend himself?
Of breaking the Sabbath, he said.
So he says, "You and your disciples broke the Sabbath." How does Jesus defend himself?
Well, from what I remember, he said something like the Sabbath was created.
No, that's another. I think, yeah, that's the same occasion. Yes, but before he says that,
I don't remember.
Before he says that the Sabbath wasn't that man wasn't made for the Sabbath. Sabbath was made for man. Before he says that, what does he say?
I don't remember.
I'll tell you. The first thing he says, "Haven't you read that when David and his companions were hungry, they went to the temple and ate the bread consecrated for Levitical priests, and he ate from it?"
So do you think that would be a minor sin, something like that?
It's not about minor sin. He's saying, haven't you seen that David did this out of need? So if he did this, I'm also justified in doing this. That's the point. So why does Jesus appeal to a sinner, according to you, to make his argument against the Pharisees?
Yeah, but then the next line he also says he's the Lord of the Sabbath, technically.
He doesn't say he's the Lord of the Sabbath. He's saying that generally humanity is Lord over the Sabbath.
I know you don't believe that, but indirectly, when I read it, that's what I get from it. That he's claiming to be the Lord of the Sabbath.
You can't possibly get that, because he says, man or the Sabbath wasn't, or man wasn't made on account of the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made on account of man. So the Son of Man is Lord even over the Sabbath. What is the connection between the antecedent of what Jesus, or what comes before Jesus saying, "So the Son of Man"? What's the so? What's the therefore here? What does this Sabbath being made for man have to do with the Son of Man being Lord over the Sabbath?
Go ahead. That's good.
You tell me, because he says Sabbath wasn't made, or man wasn't made for the Sabbath. Sabbath was made for man. So the Son of Man is Lord over the Sabbath. What's the so for? What point helped him say, "So the Son of Man"? What's the connection between what comes after and what comes before?
Sure. Okay. I understand. I understand your perspective.
You understand?
That's
And this
that's
is not
just
even
not
my
what I get.
perspective.
But that's not what I get from it.
Adela, I'll tell you, scholars like Adela Collins, right? She is probably the best. She has the best commentary in the Gospel of Mark. She says the same thing. She's not a Muslim. Joel Marcus from the Anchor Bible Commentary, he's a Trinitarian. He also says this reading is valid. And I'll tell you, look, it's twofold. Jesus, humanity is Lord over the Sabbath. And because Jesus is the leader and representation of humanity, the one who's sent by God, he is even more deserving of being Lord over the Sabbath. So it's twofold. I could agree with you there. I can compromise with you. No problem. But that doesn't take away from Jesus appealing to David. Saying, look, David did this, therefore I'm justified in doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, to me that doesn't really mean anything if you appeal to
How does it
someone
not
else,
mean
because
anything?
it's not to
Is he
it's
a
not
sinner?
truly to defend himself. It's just for them to see.
But
Like
is he a sinner?
another. Well, no,
Is David a sinner?
David. Yeah.
Why are his acts seen as authoritative?
Oh, because they see him as an authority. They see David as an authority. Not
Okay, because they see him as an authority, right?
Yeah. So they will like cool down if he gives an example from
Okay,
David.
okay, good. So then you don't have a problem with people seeing a sinner as an authority.
No, I just no.
Okay,
That's not my
okay,
point.
okay. All right then, cool.
My
Cool.
point
So
was
then,
that I'm not sure I
how does
would
that
trust.
disqualify the Prophet Muhammad's prophethood exactly?
No, I said I wouldn't. Oh, I'm just gonna wait.
Yo, Khan, can you call Henny, bro, please? Call Henny, bro. I'm just on live quick. Yeah.
No,
So
my point.
how does that?
My
How
point.
does that disqualify?
I'm just gonna repeat my point. My point was not that I cannot trust anyone that commit. No, my point was I'm not sure I could trust the final, the supposed real final religion of someone who is a sinner.
How does that make sense? Was Moses a sinner?
Because that whole religion, that whole belief in God was always based on the Messiah. It was never based
Or
on
was it actually?
someone later coming.
Actually, it was not.
Well,
Actually,
it
it
was.
was not. Actually, it was not. Can you?
But-
There's actually not a single mention of the Messiah in the Hebrew Bible. Do you know that? Like the Messiah is nowhere. Every
Okay,
time.
I'm not gonna play word games with you. I'm not a debater. Whatever.
No, I'm HaMashiach is never used for the future Messiah. HaMashiach is used for Aaron. HaMashiach is used for Levitical priests. HaMashiach is used for Cyrus. HaMashiach is used for David. It's used for many people, but it's never used for the future king of Israel who redeems Israel. That's number one. Number two, was Moses' religion valid?
Well, it was like the basic beginning. Like I mean, it
All right,
was
so
it
then
was something, but
Your argument doesn't work anymore. You're saying, oh, look, the Prophet Muhammad had shortcomings, therefore I can't follow him. Well, that's disqualified because somebody could have argued the same thing for Moses.
yeah, they could have.
All right, so then your argument fails because
But
even though
I
Moses
believe
was a
that when
sinner
Jesus
according to
came,
you, his religion was valid.
yeah, but I just believe that when Jesus came, there's no excuse anymore. Like everything is
There's no
revealed,
excuse?
and that's it. Yeah, yeah, because everything is
There's
revealed
no
now.
excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse to not follow Jesus because everything is revealed now.
I'm telling you,
Everything
Jesus is a
came
Muslim.
to light, and
I'm telling you, Jesus is on my side, not on yours.
yeah, I know that's what you believe, man. That's
Yeah,
not
so-
what I believe.
Right, so I'm asking you, what justifies your belief over mine?
But yeah, I just told you I don't trust Muhammad. I just don't trust him.
You're just saying you don't, but for why? You just, oh, I don't trust that guy. Why? Why don't you? Do you have any reason why, or you don't? You just don't want to.
I don't know. I just watch videos for like 2 years of people talking about Muhammad. I don't have everything registered. I just don't have a good image of him in my head. Right?
Like what? For example, give me an example.
Nah, I don't want to talk about that, man. I don't want to
Talk about it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to be insulting. Like
You're not. It's not dude. It's not insulting, bro. Just go ahead.
Nah, but I don't want to waste your time either. Like, for example, that he was a caravan robber or something.
A caravan robber?
Yeah, stuff
He
like
was
that.
not a caravan robber.
Well, I mean,
He attacked the caravan of the Meccans who kicked him out of his home, boycotted him, unalived his family, unalived his followers, took his wealth, tried to assassinate him, tried to stone him. Yeah, he got payback on them.
yeah, I understand that your perspective. There's another perspective out there, and I'm
There's
just
no other perspective. That's just the historical facts.
no. I mean, they have good arguments with text. You know, it's like what can I do? I'm just
What good argument? There's no good argument. That's just what happened. The Prophet Muhammad was forced to leave Mecca. He was forced out of there. His property was taken. His wealth was taken. His followers' property and wealth was taken. They were boycotted. They were martyred. He was, they attempted to assassinate him many times. So when they had a caravan, he stopped the caravan and he took back his what's it called? Revenge. So what's
all right,
this?
bro. We can agree to disagree. I just
All right, bro, but you don't have anything. You don't have okay.
no. I just told you one example that I don't even know how to defend. I'm just giving you an example
worries,
because
no
you
worries.
wanted it.
Just read up. Just read up. You don't have an excuse, man. You read up.
Alright.
We're in the age of information. All right. Have a good one.
Thank you for being respectful.
Thank you for coming. Have a good one.